Grief's not a good word.
Can I get another beer? Yeah.
I'm not getting it for you.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is the last one.
Pretty much.
All right, we're good then. Okay. Wait. Oh wait. Are we still recording? What was the question again?
So we met on Tinder, and I was skeptical about trying online dating. I know I didn't do it for a while, and then I had a coworker who kind of like got me into it, and I had it for about like a week, and that's when I saw Aaron, and he had this buffed out like profile picture where he's just like all tatted and got his like whole macho look, and I was like, I'm swiping right to that. And we exchanged numbers. I didn't want to do something normal, so I was like, let's go do something out of the ordinary. We decided to go bowling for our first date, and when I got there, I sat in the parking lot for like 5 minutes, and then I walked to the door and walked back to my car and walked back to the door. I was just so nervous, and get the courage again, walk up. It was just back and forth. I did it about 3 times, and I finally went in.
But when I saw her walk into the bowling alley, like I immediately recognized her.
As soon as I walked in, I looked to the left, and he's sitting there at the little table.
We shook hands. I was actually kind of relieved. I told her that I got a lane right here. Let's go bowl. The first game she did beat me, and then the second one I beat her. And we decided, we'll take a break in the middle and talk about it.
We sat and talked for hours. I want to say we talked for like 3 or 4 hours.
We sat for like 3 or 4 hours after that and started talking to each other. And like she didn't, hide anything at all. Like I was just relieved because that's who I was meeting.
Just about everything, like things you should not even talk about on a first date, but he was so open and I was so open, and we just like connected, and we realized like you're real, you're not trying to hide anything, you're not being fake. Like it was just a real good connection. He's in his tactical pants and a black shirt, and he's just sitting there. We played a few of the like arcade games.
It was absolutely amazing. We got to know each other like the first night. Absolutely gorgeous. A little shy, but willing to get to know each other. That's what I liked.
And from there, he asked me to go on the second date.
Beginning of the day, I was over at my friend Matt's house washing his truck. I was telling him that I had a date coming up because I invited Francine to go shooting with us.
And I talked to my mom and asked, if she could watch Gavin. I was going on a second date. We were gonna go shooting. And she's like, absolutely not, Francine. Like, you are not going on a date to go shoot guns with a guy you just met. So I'm glad she ended up letting us go.
We met in the Hanford Plaza at Target, and so I drove her to the ranges, and we started shooting. I think we started shooting skeet. We were shooting clay pigeons.
And I outshot him.
She basically beat all of us in shooting. My buddy pulled me aside when she was down range, and she's like, he was like, "Yo, she's pretty good, man. I think she's a keeper."
And after that, we ended up going to eat at Panera.
We had our lunch. We had a talk for like I think an hour.
He asked me some questions about the future. I asked him questions about the future, and that's when we had our first kiss.
I walked her to her car after we had our lunch. We were all smiling and stuff. I'm walking her to her car, and because I told her I had a great time, and then I told her, do you mind if I kiss you?
He asked, he did what most men don't do, and he asked for my permission if he could get a kiss. And the butterflies and the excitement and the nervous, like, it was just perfect.
She was dancing in the car after she kissed me, and then, just dancing like this, like she was all so excited.
He was my unicorn. He was the man that you watch in the movies and you're like, I want this life, but they don't exist, but they do. He existed, and I found him. There was like a specific moment where we're sitting on his kitchen table. This, I think, is when I knew he was the one, because I knew he was willing to be there not just for me, but for Gavin too. And he asked if he could be a father figure. He asked if he could be a father figure for Gavin. And he asked for my permission to discipline Gavin when he's bad and to reward him when he's good. And of course I said yes. He was wonderful at it. He gave Gavin something Gavin didn't have, and gave me something I didn't have, and I knew that's how things were supposed to be.
The moment that I realized I loved Francine was that she knew my predicament that I was in, and then she knew what the outcome was of me getting released from the Navy. She said, wherever you go, I'll go. And from that point, her having a kid at that time was a huge deal for me, especially how much my feelings were strong for her. At that moment, I knew how much I loved her. From when she was willing to say, in my predicament, I don't care what happens, I'm going wherever you're going. Yeah, and I told her that I loved her and I wanted to be, Gavin's father. Three weeks before we actually went on our date, I asked Russell and Lily, I told them my plans, and I asked them if I can ask their daughter in for her hand in marriage. And they were just so excited. They're like, yes, you can. And then Russell looks over to Lily and is like, you can't say a word about this. And 3 weeks later, Lily's watching Gavin while I take her to Monterey. We had a hotel right next to the bay, and she started getting sick on the way to Monterey. I'm super hungover, so we decided we're not going to waste our day in the hotel, so we just went through the whole day, went to Cannery Row and the aquarium. The last thing we went to was this restaurant right across from our hotel, and we were joking around, and I told her that, we were laughing about how she cries over everything, and then I told her that, it's like there's one thing I have to ask you while she was laughing, and then I get down on one knee as she's laughing, and then she looks at me and she's like, what are you doing? And it's like, before I can utter the words, she's like, what are you doing? And then I said her whole name, but she didn't hear me. But I said, Francine Marie Giron, will you marry me? And she's crying. She's putting her hands in her face. And then I told her that the ring has sentimental value because that's my grandmother's ring. And then she broke down again. She was like, oh! Again, after she just got done crying about the proposal, realizing that, the ring was from my Nima. After that, we couldn't eat. All we had was mimosas at that point. But yeah, that was a very, very good night. Even though we were both very under the weather, we made the best of it. I promise to love you forever, with every moment of my life, you and Gavin, through sickness and in health, through everything that we have to go through. Whether it's moving or academically, when Gavin goes to college, when our son goes to college, when our daughter goes to college, we're going to be there together. I'm going to make sure that you're happy and fed and housed. Everything I have to do as a husband, I will provide. I love you so much.
I promise to love you and walk through all of these problems and hills by your side and make it through to the other end. To raise this beautiful family that we have now, and the one that we're going to create. To always support you with your decisions. I promise never to give up through the hard times. And I promise to love you and support you as much as I can.
Me. Yep. Definitely me.
He's definitely gonna be the drunkest.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say that's all thanks to you, Mr. Luther. I'm gonna blame you for that one. He's gonna be the drunkest because of you.
It's your job as the best man.
But he's
Niggas stop, give up for love, stomping out of stuff, throw your hood up.
Yeah, she don't like to dance, especially in front of people. I mean, in front of me. But when we were in Clovis, that's the first time I ever saw her dance. We were both drunk in Clovis, around Old Town, and we were in a club, and then she just started bumping and grinding.
oh, that's horrible.
Oh. Well.
I have to say I'm Mexican and Portuguese, and I probably have a larger family.
Yeah. When it comes to numbers, you probably would beat me, but knowing that I got that German side of me, we got a fight in us.
We have chanclas.
We got pierogies. Same thing.
On your phone. And I'm just like sitting there like looking at a wall.
When is that? I don't remember doing that.
Do that every single time. When do you not do that?
When I'm cooking you food, if
called?
you're doing this to
You're like
if
one
this-
of those millennials that are on the phone instead
if
of
this signifies me cooking you bacon and eggs, then yes, I do this.
No, I'm talking about when we go out to breakfast. When we go out and we're like eating breakfast at like Black Bears or something, and you're just on your phone, like scrolling.
Yeah, because I don't have to cook you breakfast.
You should communicate with me.
I will after the breakfast comes. I'm gonna bring up bullshit. I got a list. So let me start with me. Okay. Number one, like how she said before, how she takes forever to put on her makeup. I'm sitting there ready. 45 minutes later, she's like, I don't know what to wear, and the next thing you know,
You should help me.
there's no helping a lady when it comes to her wardrobe. You already know this. I know this. Every guy knows this. That you're gonna take forever. It takes us 5 minutes to get ready. Okay? So, and then number two, she touches me with her feet at night. I don't like that. So
My feet are cold.
basically,
I want to thank our parents for helping us through this whole process, and all the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, everybody who lives out of state that have taken time to travel down here to be with us during our special day, and everybody who's come and show your support and celebrate with us. I appreciate it so much.
hopefully you enjoy the food as well, and hopefully you enjoy the reception and the ceremony, and hopefully you outsiders that came from my side of the family to enjoy Hanford, hopefully you enjoy California. And that's it. Someone bring me some Yingling from the East Coast. I mean, seriously, there's none here. So
If you see us without a drink in our hand, you know what to do. Fill it up.